Around 5 years ago, a Lubbock man hired an Irish company to help further his business. After working together, he claimed the Irish company had made errors that would cost him. Now, we introduced you to Tim Castleman back in May, who, after trying and failing to deal with the issue privately, wrote a bad review of the company online. The Irish company then sued him, but the case went finally to the courts. Castleman says he never received notice of the court date, and the lawsuit defaulted to the Irish company. Castleman losing a lot of money, his business, and his properties in this lawsuit. When we last spoke to Castleman 5 months ago, he was waiting for a court date from the Court of Appeals. Our Grace Morris sat down with him today. Grace, did he get that court date?
Well, Terry, Castleman was hoping for that court date with the Court of Appeals to finally share his side of the story with the courts and maybe reclaim some of what he lost. But after filing with the Court of Appeals, he was told it would take around 6 to 9 months before they would give him a trial date, and they denied his case within 72 hours. His lawyer filed again, and they were denied a second time. But with that path going south, that leaves few options for Castleman.
We have come to the end of the road.
That was the subject line of the email Castleman's lawyer sent to him to tell him their case was over.
It was not good news.
After leaving a bad review of an Irish company Castleman worked with in 2016, Castleman has been fighting the lawsuit the Irish company filed against him ever since, losing his business, money, and properties to a default judgment along the way. Recently, Castleman and his lawyer filed the case with the Court of Appeals, who denied it twice.
You know, I lost my money and lost my property, and you think, well, maybe there's this flickering of hope. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And to realize that that's not there, it's pretty demoralizing.
With this latest denial, Castleman's only hope now to continue fighting this case is to file it with the Texas Supreme Court, something he doesn't plan on doing.
I just don't have the desire to continue this anymore, and what I'm focusing on now is having to effectively end my old life.
He says when he got that email from his lawyer, he knew it was over and is choosing to do his best to start over.
Your happiness has to come from inside, and it has to come from you, because that's the only thing that can't be taken.
And while this case is behind him, Castleman hopes, for the first time in at least 5 years, to find and focus on what makes him happy.
Now I have a story, I have a starting point again, and I have the opportunity and the gift to do something that not many people do, and that is to be able to start over and say, okay, now what do you really want?
Castleman says he'll start the bankruptcy process, and once that's finalized, he will be officially cleared of having to deal anymore with the nightmare that all came from a bad review.